Sons of the South, arise, rise in your matchless might. Your war cry echo to the skies. God will defend the right. Let haughty tyrants know our sunny land shall be, in spite of every foe, home of the brave and free. Sons of the South, arise, rise in your matchless might. Your war cry echo to the skies. God will defend the right. Our flag shall proudly stream, defiant of assault, with bars of the rainbow's brightest beam and stars from the heaven's blue vault. Thousands of true and brave, their hero lives may end. Over thousands that flag shall wave, and thousands its foes defend. Sons of the South, arise, rise in your matchless might. Your war cry echo to the skies. God will defend the right. No wrongs our breasts alarm, no fears our hearts appall. Unswerving justice nerves our arm, we cannot conquered fall. Think on our noble sires, immortal in renown. Think on our altar fires, and strike the oppressor down. Sons of the South, arise, rise in your matchless might. Your war cry echo to the skies. God will defend the right. With threats of horror's dire, the fierce invader comes. We scorn his boast, we scorn his ire, striking for hearts and homes. Strike for our mothers now, for daughters, sisters, wives. Freely would each bestow, were it 10,000 lives. Sons of the South, arise, rise in your matchless might. Your war cry echo to God save the South, God save the South, her altars and firesides. God save the South. Now that the war is nigh, now that we arm to die, chanting our battle cry, freedom or death. Chanting our battle cry, freedom or death. Now that the war is nigh, now that we arm to die, chanting our battle cry, freedom or death. Chanting our battle cry, freedom or death. God be our shield, at home or afield. Stretch thine arm over us, strengthen and save. What though they're 3-1, forward each sire and son. Strike till the war is won, strike to the grave. Strike till the war is won, strike to the grave. Now that the war is nigh, now that we arm to die, chanting our battle cry, freedom or death. Chanting our battle cry, freedom or death. country's flag. Rally, boys, nor do not lag. Come from every vale and crag, sons of liberty. Northern band who tread our soil, forth they come for blood and spoil, to the homes we've gained with toil, shouting slavery. Traitorous Lincoln's bloody band now invades the free man's land, armed with sword and firebrand against the brave and free. Arm ye then for fray and fight, march ye forth both day and night. Stop not till the foe's in sight, sons of chivalry. Veins the blood still flows of brave men who once arose, burst the shackles of their foes, honest men and free. Rise then in your power and might, seek the spoiler, brave the fight. Strike for God, for truth, for right, strike for liberty. Our boys are gone till the war is o'er. In the ranks of death you'll find them, with duty's path of blood before, and with all they love behind them. They bear our hearts to the tented field. Each danger makes them nearer. Their faithful hearts, our only shield from the foe, still drawing nearer. With pride we hear of the perils braved, and the wreaths they win of glory. With joy we hear of the loved ones saved from each field of battle gory. And joy is mixed with fleeting pain as we look to heaven o'er us, and think that there we'll meet again with the brave who've gone before us. shall the Southron's watchword be? Fighting for us on the land and sea, bearing our flag o'er the billows' foam, shedding his blood for his Southron home. To bleed and to conquer he's bravely gone, his freedom and glory still urging on. Then shall the Southron's watchword be the grave of a hero, of victory, victory, victory. The grave of a hero, a victory, victory, victory. The grave of a hero, a victory. What shall the Southron's watchword be? Bearing the banner that proves him free, bravely he dashes amid the strife, for home and country, for child and wife. His aims are bright and his hopes are high, his brave resolve is to do or die. Then shall the Southron's watchword be the grave of a hero, or victory, victory, victory. The grave of a hero, or victory, victory, victory. The grave of a hero, or victory. What shall the Southron's watchword be? Fighting the battles of liberty, holy the light on his manly brow, the victor's wreath o'er the cypress bough. Such are the thoughts which the brave inspire, filling their souls with the soldier's fire. Then shall the Southron's watchword be the grave of a hero, a victory, victory, victory. The grave of a hero, a victory, victory, victory. The grave of a hero, a victory. Maxwellton's braes are bonny, where early falls the dew, and it's there that Annie Laurie gave me her promise true, gave me her promise true, which ne'er forgot will be. And for bonny Annie Laurie I'd play me Doon and Dee. Her brow is like a snowdrift, her neck is like a swan, it is the fairest that e'er the sun shone on, that e'er the sun shone on. And dark blue is her e'e, and for bonny Annie Laurie I'd lay me doon and dee. Like dew on the gowan lion is the fall of fairy feet, and like winds in summer sighing, her voice is low and sweet. Her voice is low and sweet, and she's all the world to me. And for bonny Annie Laurie I'd lay me doon and dee. Southerners now draw near unto my story approach you hear, each loyal Southerner's heart to cheer with the victory gained at Shiloh. Oh, it was on March the 16th day, in spite of a long and muddy way, we landed safe at Corinth Bay, all on our route. That night we lay on the cold, cold ground, no tents nor shelters could we find, and in the rain we almost drowned, all on our way to Shiloh. Next morning a burning sun did rise beneath the eastern cloudless sky, and General Beauregard replied, prepare to march to Shiloh. And when our Shiloh hove in view, would the bravest hearts subdue to see the Yankee motley crew that held the works at Shiloh. For they were strongly fortified with batteries on the riverside. Our generals viewed the plains and cried, we'll get hot work at Shiloh. And when those batteries strove to gain, the balls fell around as thick as rain, and many a hero there was slain upon the plains of Shiloh. The 33rd and the Zouaves, they charged the batteries and gave 3 cheers, and General I love to be a soldier and fight for Southern wealth, and help whip out the Yankees if I can have my health. I love to be a soldier and for my country fight, if officers and privates would do their duty right. I love to be a soldier to whip the Yankees out, and send them back to Lincoln and turn them right about. I love to be a soldier, though a hard life it is, and harder still to listen to the Benny's deadly whiz. I love to be a soldier, though deprived of home and friends, for it becomes a patriot his country to defend. I love to be a soldier, for the Southern lovely fair hath bid us push our standard throughout the Southern air. I love to be a soldier and obey their gentle voice, though I'd prefer their company if I could have my choice. I love to be a soldier, though I am far from home, and the poor wearied marcher has many miles to roam. I love to be a soldier, my country to defend, and while I do keep able, my helping hand I'll lend. And while I do keep able, my helping hand I'll lend. Old Joe Camp, when he came to town, he enlisted under Captain Brown. Brown swore to him on the very first slap and sent him off to Manassas Gap. Brown, he was a-walking around, he found Joe sleeping on the ground. Brown said to Joe, it is your lot, we'll take you out and have you shot.
Thousands and thousands have been killed, they say. Is my father coming? Tell me how the Southrons gained the day. Is he well or is he wounded? Mother, do you think he's slain? If you know, I pray you would tell me. Will my father again? Will my father come again? Mother dear, you're always sighing since you last the paper read. Tell me why you now are crying, why that cap is on your head, why that cap is on your head. Ah, I see you cannot tell me. Father's one among the slain, although he loved us very, very dearly, he will never come again. He will never come again. Up, up, let the stars of our banner flash out like the brilliance above. Beneath them we'll shield from dishonor the homes and the dear ones we love. With God and the right, our cry in the fight, we'll drive the invader afar. And we'll carve out a name in the temple of fame with the weapons of glorious war. Arise with an earnest endeavor, a nation shall hallow the deed. The foe must be silenced forever, though millions in battle may bleed. With God and the right, our cry in the fight, we'll drive the invader afar. And we'll carve out a name in the temple of fame with the weapons of glorious war. Strong arms and a conquerorless spirit we bring as our glory and guard. If courage a triumph can merit, then freedom shall be our reward. With God and the right, our cry in the fight, we'll drive the invader afar. And we'll carve out a name in the temple of fame with the weapons of glorious war. The bright rose of beauty unnurtured by art, and purity's lily doth thrive in thy heart, while honor hath crowned thee with glory's bright ray, and floor I have decked thee with flowers of May. Oh, beautiful South, cherished home of my birth, thou fairest, thou loveliest land of the earth, my heart like the ivy still clings unto thee. Oh, beautiful, beautiful land of the free, the South, my own beautiful South, land of chivalry, home of liberty. Fondly I love thee, dear land of the South, dear land of the South, dear land of the South. Dear liberty, virtue and truth most sublime, the flowers that bloom in the sun's smiling clime, and those the base tyrant would crush to the earth, and mangle and bruise on the soil of their birth. All crimson thy land with a life-giving flood, and dabbled his hands in thy heart's reeking blood. But oh, by the God of the righteous and free, bright region it never, no, never shall be. The South, my own beautiful South, land of chivalry, home of liberty. Fondly I love thee, dear land of the South, dear land of the South, dear land of the South. Like swarms of fell demons his minions come down, and their war-rusted weapons insultingly frown, to fright thy fair fields with their bloody alarms, and rob thee, dear land, of all of thy charms. But thy free spirit still rides on the swift gale, like an eagle that sweeps o'er the mountain and dale, and thy sons they rush forth with the courage of men, to fight and to bleed and to conquer again. The South, my own beautiful. Take me home to the place where I first saw the light, to the sweet sunny South. Take me home, where the mockingbird sung me to rest every night. Ah, why was I tempted to roam? I think with regret of the dear ones I left, of the warm hearts that sheltered me then, of the wife and the dear ones of whom I'm bereft, and I sigh for the old place again. Take me home to the place where my little ones sleep. Poor master lies buried close by, o'er the grave of the loved ones I long to weep, and among them to rest when I die. Where the orange trees grow, to my cot in the evergreen shade, where the flowers on the river's green margin they blow their sweets on the bank where we played. The path to our cottage, they say, has grown green, and the place is quite lonely year-round. And I know that the smiles and the forms I have seen now lie deep in the dark mossy ground. Take me home to the place where my little ones sleep. Poor Master lies buried close by, o'er the grave of the loved ones I long to weep, and among them to rest when I die. Let me see what is left that I know. Can it be that the old house is gone? The dear friends of my childhood indeed must be few, and I must lament all alone. But yet I'll return to the place of my my birth, where my children have played at the door. Wounded and sorrowful, far from my home, sick among strangers, uncared for, unknown. Even the birds that used sweetly to sing are silent and swiftly have taken the wing. No one but Mother can cheer me today. No one for me could so fervently pray. None to console me, no kind friend is near. Mother would comfort me if she were here. Gently her hand on my forehead she'd press, trying to free me from pain and distress. Kindly she'd say to me, be of good cheer. Mother will comfort you, Mother is here. If she were with me, I soon would forget my pain, my sorrow. No more would I fret. One kiss from her lips or one look from her eye would make me contented and willing to die. Gently her hand on my forehead she'd press, trying to free me from pain and distress. Kindly she'd say to me, be of good cheer. Mother will comfort you, Mother is here. Gently her hand on my forehead she'd press, trying to free me from pain and distress. Kindly she'd say to me, be of good cheer. Mother will comfort you, Mother is here. Cheerfully, faithfully, Mother would stay. There's a low green valley by the old Kentucky shore. There we while many happy hours away, a settin' and a singin' by the little cottage door where lived my darling Nellie Gray. Oh, my poor Nellie Gray, they have taken you away, and I'll never see my darling anymore. I'm a-sittin' by the river and I'm weepin' all the day, for you've gone from the old Kentucky shore. When the moon had climbed the mountain and the stars were shining too, then I'd take my darling Nellie Gray, and we'd float down the river in my little red canoe, while my banjo sweetly I would play. Oh, my poor Nellie Gray, they have taken you away, and I'll never see my darling anymore. I'm sitting by the river and I'm weeping all the day, for you've gone from the old Kentucky shore. My canoe is underwater and my banjo is unstrung, and I'm tired of living anymore. My eyes shall look downward, my song shall be unsung as I stay on the old Kentucky shore. Oh, my poor Nellie Gray, they have taken you away, and I'll never see my darling anymore. I'm sitting by the river and I'm weeping all the day, for you've gone from the old Kentucky shore. my darling anymore. I'm a-sitting by the river and a-weeping all the day, for you've gone from the old Kentucky shore. My eyes are getting blinded and I cannot see my way. There's somebody knocking at my door. Oh, I hear the angel calling and I see my Nellie Gray. Farewell to the old Kentucky shore. Oh, my darling Nellie Gray, up in heaven there they say that they'll never take you from me anymore. I'm coming, coming, coming as the angels clear the way. Farewell to the old Kentucky shore. On the crimson battlefield, southern land, my southern land, the victory's blade thy children wield. Southern land, my southern land, backward flies the baffled foe. In Vicksburg's front he learned to know, and dread a free man's fatal blow. Southern land, my southern land, proudly may thy forehead shine. Southern land, my southern land, a diadem of stars is thine. Southern land, my southern land, dread a foeman Jackson see, a deathless fame from blemish free, bright as the sword he drew for thee. Southern land, my southern land. Thy Johnston, Beauregard, and Lee, southern land, my southern land, forever bright their name shall be. Southern land, my southern land, enshrined in our hearts they dwell. To our brave boys their deeds we tell, the warrior's laurel fits them well. Southern land, my southern land, would I could name thy leading graves. Southern land, my southern land, even those who sleep in the martyrs' graves. Southern land, my southern land, but lo, the thronging heroes come, with gleaming blade and blood-dyed plume. 'Tis wealth that makes thy minstrel dumb. Southern land, my southern land. For every tear thy daughter shed, southern land, my southern land, thy foe shall miss a minion dead. Southern land, my southern land, for vengeance on the brutal throng, we draw the sword, we raise the song. For this we pray, for this we long. Southern land, my southern land, what craven tongue dares whisper peace? Southern land, my southern land, what voice would bid the war storm cease? Southern land, my southern land, bid mercy from thy banners fly. Be deaf to every supply and cry, till crushed beneath thy feet they lie. Southern land, my southern land, my southern land, sweet southern land. 'Twas early in the morning of 1863. We started out on picket, not knowing what we'd see. The bridge we knew was floating if the Yankees should pursue. We knew we should be captured if running we'd not do. To stop and give them battle, we never thought of it. The shot at us did rattle, so we thought we'd better get. The captain tried to rally us, and so did brave young Lynn, and Raider 2 with pistol drawn, Finley next put in. Rainbow 2 with angry words attempts to stop our flight. They tell us yet to stop with them and give the Yankees fight. They saw they could not stop us, to try it would be vain, so their only chance of safety was to give their steeds the rein. Now this portion of my story will cause your hearts to bleed. It tells of those who halted while going at full speed. First came Billy Eddins with musket shot in thigh. He was told by the Yankees, surrender now or die. Then came poor Johnny Burns with saber cut in head, and nearby him and wounded stood the still unconquered Red. Then Oscar and June Harris stood near in sore affright. Then came the young DeMarcus in none the better plight. Yarborough too with chalky cheek was walking down the road. The Yankees had to some extent relieved him of his load. His overcoat he had pulled off, and in his shirt he stood. In woeful plight he was a sight, his face contained no blood. Then came the lively Lily with teeth hard set in wrath, to think that some had passed him by, then picked him up at last. Then Burns came and Maynard, then Graham and Jim Paul. The gallant Bone was found alone and brought back from afar. Of the handsome Parton I must not fail to tell. His graceful way of riding you all remember well. But today the fates concluded to stop his wild career, so from his horse was jolted by a musket from the rear. The gallant Hill and dashing Dees were spurring for dear life, when a Yankee rode with perfect ease upon them with a knife. Surrender now, my pretty pair, and do it quickly too. Stop at once and turn your mare, or I will run you through. They stopped at once and faced about, and to the rear did start. And back they came with legs quite lame, with faint and sinking hearts. And there they saw a crowd who were gobbled up that day. They were the twain that made 17, and we were marched away. Oh no, he'll not need them again. No more will he wake to behold the splendor and fame of his men, the tale of his victories told. No more will he wake from that sleep which he sleeps in his glory and fame, while his comrades are left here to weep over Claiborne, his grave and his name. Oh no, he'll not need them again. No more will his banner be spread o'er the field of his gallantry's fame. The soldier's proud spirit is fled, the soldier who rose mid applause from the humblemost place in the van. I sing not in praise of the cause, but rather in praise of the man. Oh no, he'll not need them again. He has fought his last battle without them, for barefoot he too must go in, while barefoot stood comrades about him, and barefoot they proudly marched on, with blood flowing fast from their feet. They thought of the past victories won, and the foes that they now were to meet. Oh no, he'll not need them again. He is leading his men to the charge, unheeding the shells or the slain, the showers of the bullets at large, on the right, on the left, on the flanks. He dashingly pushes his way, while with cheers double quick and in ranks, his soldiers all followed that day. Oh no, he'll not need them again. He falls from his horse to the ground. Oh anguish, oh sorrow, oh pain, in the brave hearts that gathered around. He breathes not of grief nor a sigh on the breast where he pillowed his head, ere he fixed his last gaze upon high. I'm killed, boys, but fight it out, said. Oh no, he'll not need them again. Treasure them up for his sake. And oh, should you sing a refrain of the memories they still must awake, sing it soft as a summer eve breeze, let it sound as refreshing and clear. Though grief-born, there's that which can please in thoughts that are gemmed with a tear. There's a birthright that each Southern boy inherits when he's born, and he carries it forever till the day his mourners mourn. It's not founded on old politics of race or slavery. Those who see no more than that care not for history. For our hearts are still with Jackson and our faith's in General Lee, and we still can taste the sweetness of that one last victory. Though we'll never ride with Forrest and we'll never march with Bragg, we still love our Southern heroes and we love our Southern flag. It's a way of life that ended, and the way it died so hard. It's the honor and the chivalry folks today most disregard. It's the ride around McClellan and Newmarket's young cadets. It's Sam Watkins telling stories and Sam Davis's regrets. And our hearts are still with Stuart and our faith in General Lee, and we still can taste the sweetness of that one last victory. No, we'll never march with Johnston or be caught with General Bragg. We will love our Southern heroes and we love our Southern flag. It's the dream of Pickett charging and never being stopped. It's the thought of Stonewall Jackson never being shot. Though it never change America, she is as she should be. We can't help but try once more to win that one last victory. For our hearts are still with Jackson and our faith's in General Lee, and we still can taste the sweetness of that one last victory. No, we'll never march with Claiborne or be stuck with General Bragg. We will love our Southern heroes and we love our Southern flag. For our hearts are still with Longstreet and our faith's in General Lee. We still think we're good enough to win that one last victory. Time won't let us march with Early or be wasted by old Bragg. But we'll flaunt our Southern birthright and we'll wave our Southern flag.